heard your cries, Googan Nation, but too much of a good thing is bad for your health. So we're only doing this once a week. Buckle up, baby. It's time for E.T.N, which henceforth and forevermore will mean every Tuesday now. Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is Universal on 1010XL.
Well, you asked for it, you got it. E.T.N. every Tuesday now. It's 7:24 and a glorious Catholic Truck Accessories Tuesday. You're smugly smirking over there. What's going on? Yeah, what's going on?
I'm just thinking about tonight and how this may be better theater than what we have coming up this evening.
Not buying that at all.
Bobby is our guest Googan judge.
Something going on here already, right out of the gates. I can sense it with your smug little smirk over there.
Well, I didn't want to say anything, but this is my cousin Bobby.
Gotcha. No,
what up, cuz?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Hey, morning, fellas.
What up, fam? See you at the reunion.
See you at dinner tomorrow night, Bobby.
Hey.
Bring the potatoes.
Beer's on me.
Drinking Crown at my house, Bobby. I'm just saying.
Shout out to Bobby, who's going to take home a $25 gift certificate from Winn-Dixie. Score more savings in the Winn-Dixie app. Download today for winning deals, your mystery bonus points, multiplier coupons, and more. Winn-Dixie, it's a win-win.
Let's do this.
Shall we?
Yeah.
Round one.
It's actually a Winn-Dixie, but I don't want to quibble.
Round one.
Yeah.
Last night, Dan, your formerly least favorite city, now one of your favorite cities because your daughter lives there.
Yes.
Tampa.
Yes.
The Lightning.
Yes.
Won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
The Tampa Bay Rays are number one in the American League.
Wow.
The Tampa Bay Bucks have Tom Brady. Things are rolling.
Yeah.
Confidence meter if you're a Tampa fan in having +1 to that title list along with the Bolts.
Well, let me put it this way, guys. Because you already got the one in the bag, everything else is gravy. It's a beautiful time right now. Look, you're Tampa. It's not like you're Boston that have won 25 championships out of 50 or something. Incredible run that they were on. This is fantastic because you got the one home and you got a shot with the Rays. The Bucks, who knows? I mean, it's so early. But again, who cares? You got good teams, you got playoffs, you're in, and you already have a championship. You've already purchased some of your championship gear.
Here's why it matters. It's hockey, bro. I mean, with all due respect to you two, you go across the state of Florida, and nobody give a damn about the Tampa Bay Lightning. You know how many Tampa Bay Lightning fans are true Tampa Bay Lightning fans?
If you go to Tampa, you'll see.
In this state outside of Tampa. I mean, a football regular season win over the Saints in December will make Tampa happier than the Lightning Stanley Cup. True. And as for the chances of each two, I guess I would have to say good. I believe if we went back and checked our predictions, I think I picked the Rays to win the World Series and the Bucks to win the Super Bowl. So
this is true.
Could be headed for the Triple Crown.
Winner, Jeff.
What?
Round two.
Betrayal. Bobby.
I see what's going on, cuz. It's cool. No worries. Set them up.
Round two, shifting over to the NFL, where rumors from one of Dan's favorite media personalities, Dan, your guy, Mike Francesa.
Yes.
He's a favorite of yours. You love him.
He's tied in.
I think that was wasn't that how do you say his last name? He was filling in for Buck Vergasian. How do you say the guy's last name? Vergasian, isn't his last name Vergasian?
Mikey Francesa.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes.
You know
Vergasian.
Why that's funny? It's so disrespectful from a sports talk guy. Do your homework, Chief. I mean, we don't call you by the wrong name, Francesca.
Takes a lot of chutzpah.
I call her Francesca today. So.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Takes a lot of chutzpah
anyway,
to come out with that one.
Sorry.
Was he the chutzpah guy?
Yes.
Yes. That was the other.
No, that was Mad Dog.
Yeah, that was Russo.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was the Mad Dog.
They're the same guy.
Yeah.
Why would you use a word that you don't know how to say? You're not writing it.
He is reporting that Adam Gase could be fired as early as after Thursday night's game if the Jets lose. It seems like Adam Gase is dead man walking. So I guess my question to you is,
yes, sir.
If Gase is the first to go,
what should we put on the wheel?
Who's next in line? Who's the next coach up on the hot seats?
Dan Quinn should be ahead of Adam Gase on the hot seat if you ask me. He's got Super Bowl talent, MVP quarterback, and he can't finish off games. They really should be 2-1, and they could be 3-0. So Dan Quinn has been much worse than Adam Gase. Adam Gase doesn't have – listen, Adam Gase is no good, and a big miss on yours truly. In fact, I need him to get fired to not spin the board. The only way the Jets are making the playoffs is if Adam Gase isn't there. But as egregious as Gase has been, that's nowhere near Dan Quinn, who I don't know how he stays alive in Atlanta.
Well, certainly Dan Quinn is on the board, but there are others who have been just horrific early on. Let's go to the team we're playing this week, by the way. The Cincinnati Bungles, coached by Wonder Kid Zach Taylor. Wonder Kid went 2-14 last year, and he's 0-2-1 to start this year. That's 2-16-1. How about old man Fangio in Denver? Doesn't know when to use a timeout, bumbling and stumbling his way to an 0-3 start with the Bronx about to perhaps lose to the Jets. Maybe John Elway ought to cut loose with Vic Fangio. And finally, I'll give you one more. Mr. Houston expert, smug Bill O'Brien, better start winning some games because while he might be a decent coach, he has annihilated that roster and now put his team in a terrible, terrible predicament. And they better beat the 0-3 Vikings on Sunday or he's going to be 0-4 and on the hot seat.
Houston should have O'Brien should have been fired when he traded DeAndre. Wonder Dan.
Round 3.
Speaking of guys on the hot seat, a trio of top 10 quarterbacks seem to be on the outs. Mitch Trubisky has already been benched in Chicago in favor of Nick Foles.
Yes.
There's rumors swirling in New York that Sam Darnold could send to the bench. And Ron Rivera has Dwayne Haskins on life support, saying he's not going to pull the plug on him yet, but kind of squarely put the blame on Sunday's loss on Haskins' shoulder. So I guess the question to you is of these three guys that seem like their NFL careers, at least in their first stops, are dwindling down. Do you see them having any chance of resurrecting their careers?
All right, so it's
Darnold, Trubisky, and Dwayne Haskins.
And what are you at? What's the question?
I mean, do any of them have a chance of some kind of rebound and change of scenery and
no.
be a productive player?
No. If they flame out here, they go into the backup shaker. And once you're in the backup shaker, you don't get out. Listen, especially when you're a high draft pick and they give you every chance to succeed. So they give you longer rope than you should have. And ultimately, if you fail, now I'm not saying it's over for these guys either, by the way. I'm just saying, you're saying, do they have a chance to succeed if they flame out? The answer to that is unequivocally no.
The only one that I would give a little bit more rope to would be Darnold. And only because tell me a receiver for the Jets, bro. I challenge you. Tell me a receiver for the Jets. Le'Veon Bell's been hurt, hadn't played. They haven't had a tight end. Their coaching has been awful. Their O-line is atrocious. And now, look, it could go the way of David Carr, and all that could be too much to ever rebound. But Darnold on a good team with some at least efficient talent around him, I might be, I might have a little bit more patience with him than the other two.
I'm with you on Darnold. Winner, Jeff.
Oh, no.
Round 4.
I'm in a pickle.
Round 4, guys.
I get it.
Dill or sweet?
Round 4 and 5.
Round 4.
That's Danny time.
You're
Danny
pandering.
Clutch time.
That's what you're trying to do, right?
No.
One of these weeks, I'm just gonna.
It's not pandering.
No.
We're not pandering here.
This is
Playing
clutch
the game,
time.
sir. Sir, we're playing the game, okay?
Sir.
Yes,
sir.
I knew Jack Kennedy, okay, sir?
Okay.
And you are no Jack
Have
Kennedy.
fun with that debate tonight. I'll be watching the Yankees.
Right now. Round 4 and 5 is
Potatooe. Shut your mouth.
Tonight, it's Bozo against Krusty. Who will win the debate?
I don't know. I'm worried about you, Dan. I feel like you're rolling into this one like Dukakis in the tank.
Yeah!
Well, kind of.
Then we're going to go to Maryland. Yeah!
It's got a big tape across the top. Hicken.
Yeah. Dukakis blew the election climbing in a tank. Of course, he lost by as much as he did.
Who was the guy who was screaming?
That was Mike. What was his name? Yeah. Dean.
Yeah.
Dean.
Yeah.
Mike Dean?
Was he a nominee or was he just a candidate?
No, he was like some.
Billy Bean.
He wasn't a candidate, I don't think. I think he was more of a Democratic.
We can't remember.
No, I think it was like a Democratic Party official.
Please clap.
He was.
That's all I remember.
Please clap.
Please clap.
I'm going to see what he was.
Round. Speaking of clutch time, Dan,
Sorry,
notoriously
Bobby.
not clutch franchise, the LA Clippers have decided to make a change. After being title favorites, they're letting Doc Rivers walk. A new head man will be in LA.
Yeah.
Did Doc deserve the blame for what happened out there?
Absolutely, 100%. Yes, and then more yes, right? Doc Rivers has been there too long with now a second set of great players, and Now, look, he's had this looming over him for much of his career until this year, and that was Golden State or some of the other great teams in the conference. But you've got the postseason assassin in Kawhi Leonard.
The plug puller.
You've got Paul George. You have what most thought was the best bench in basketball. So that means you failed your team when it came to coaching them in the bubble, keeping them focused on winning a title, if that's most important to you. And the Clippers weren't able to do that. And by the way, Doc also does something else that leads to coaches' unemployment. He blows 3-1 series leads like it's, spending cash on a booze cruise. I mean, the guy blows series that have been effectively put away. In fact, I think more 3-1 blown leads for Doc Rivers than any coach ever. So that also will do it.
Yeah, to a point, but you, sir, have a lot of nerve. You, sir, who have said time and time again, I could coach an NBA team. Just roll out the ball. Is there no responsibility on these players? Is there nothing that these players would have had to do? They were totally unfocused when they went into the bubble. They were one of the teams that wanted to leave during the season. The Clippers have no one to blame but themselves. Doc Rivers is the fall guy, and deservedly so, but to sit there and say it's not the players' fault is disingenuous. I'm sorry.
Winner Dan.
That's what I'm talking
Round
about.
five.
Quite doesn't know how to win. Doc's more proven than him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Lastly, round 5. The Major League Baseball postseason starts today.
By the way, I've never said that I could roll out a ball and coach an NBA team.
Many times.
I don't know what the hell you're talking
Many
about.
times.
You're a guy who said you could score in a game. Winner Jeff, game over.
No.
Putting aside the 4 or 5 games, because those are not division champions.
Yes, sir.
Of the division winners, who's most primed for an upset in this 3-game set at their home park?
So in baseball.
The baseball playoffs start today. The
division
American League
winners.
starts today. The 3 division winners on each side. They host a wild card team. Which of the division winners is most primed for an upset?
One thing you look for immediately is who are you facing pitching, and it's because it's such a short series. So, Jeff's Bravo's got a tough opener, but they're so good hitting the ball. It's not them. I don't like the Marlins, and the Dodgers are not going to lose to the Brewers. So I go to the American League immediately. That's where I think you're going to find one. Well, the Rays are going to beat the Jays, so it's not them. But then you've got a couple, and so the one that I settle on is the Minnesota Twins. The Minnesota Twins, I'm not sure that they can win their opening series. The Astros are not the Astros of the past. So and the Minnesota Twins have a terrible pedigree in the postseason. So, and they only won their division by a game over 2 other teams. So to me, it's the Twins.
Well, I appreciate you giving a good effort there. I don't want to betray any confidences, but you just told us in the break you haven't paid a lick attention to baseball since the Mets were out. So I'm going to go. I have broken down each matchup and every team, and I can tell you the one that's most vulnerable to me. And it is vulnerable for a specific reason, and that is these are 3-game series. If you're a division winner, you better not lose that first game. The A's apparently unconcerned with any of those possibilities. The White Sox this year, Dan Hicken, are 14-0 against left-handed starters. Against all lefties, they're hitting .285. The A's are going to start a rookie lefty named Jesus Luzardo. The response from Tim Anderson of the White Sox, I guess they haven't done their homework. Nor have you, my friend. Nor have you.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Jeff did his homework. Winner Jeff.
What?
Yes, sir!
What?
Homework!
What, Bobby?
Homework!
You're out of the family!
Homework!
You rube!
Kiddos!
You moron!
Listen up!
What the hell
Do
is
your
wrong
homework!
with you, Bobby?
Good job, Bobby. Don't listen to this maniac.
Crazy, Bobby.
You did your civic duty
What are
today.
you doing,
and you
Bobby?
did it like a true American.
That's all, Bobby. You ride with that guy.